I recommend reading The Tale of Despereaux by Kate DiCamillo this summer. This is the story of Despereaux Tilling, a mouse in love with music, stories, and a princess named P. It is also the story of a rat called Roscuro who lives in darkness but covets a world filled with light. And it is the story of Miggery-So, a slow-witted servant girl with a simple, impossible wish. These characters are about to embark on a journey that will lead them down into a horrible dungeon, up into a glittering castle, and ultimately into each other's lives. And what will happen then? Reader, it is your destiny this summer to find out. I rate this book 5 stars because it has something for every reader. Action and adventure, a princess, wonderful hooks at every turn, and 3 different stories that all wind together in the end. This book recommendation is brought to you from Miss Zelly.
Hi, I'm reading Wildlife by Cynthia DeFelice. She is a great author and has written other books. Wildlife is a great and awesome book. It is about a boy named Eric Carlson. He just got his New York State hunting license. Then out of nowhere, his parents have to go very far away, and now so does he. Eric has to go all the way to North Dakota where his grandparents live. One day when his grandma is at church, he goes into the barn because he hears a dog whimper. Eric finds the dog in the barn and names her Quill because she got struck by a porcupine. Eric takes his neat old grandpa, so he finds some hunting stuff in an old room of his grandparents' son. Then he sets off. Read Wildlife to find out what good and bad things happen to Eric and Quill. Do they get hurt? Do they find Eric's parents? Who knows? I do, and it is a great story to read during the summer. I recommend you to read this book because it is so touching, adventurous at the same time. Plus the setting is during the summer. This book is great for anyone, especially boys because of the cool things this boy learns. I really recommend you guys and girls to read this book. I rate this book 5 stars because it is a great and really descriptive and touching and adventurous. This is probably one of the best books I've ever read. If this book is rated 5 stars and you read it, then you will be a 5-star person. This book is made by Alexis Landmark. I hope you like this book and especially the book. See you later.
I'm reading a book called The Alchemist by Michael Scott. In this book, 2 kids named Josh and Sophie Newman meet an alchemist named Nicholas Flamel and his wife Cornelie Flamel. They are fighting a trickster sorcerer named Dee. In the beginning, Dee steals one of the most valuable books from Nicholas. Without the book, he and Cornelie will age super fast. Then they go to Hecate's realm and find out that Sophie and Josh are the twins of legend. Find out more in The Alchemist. I recommend this book for people who like magic and adventure. In this book, you will learn about elders and gods from everywhere, Rome, Greece, and maybe some minor gods. Find out lots of mythology in The Alchemist. I give this book 5 out of 5 stars because it is one of the most action-packed books I've ever read. This book has everything that a reader needs: action, adventure, magic, and even great description. This book has it all. This iMovie is by me, Andrew Cox. This is a great book to read over the summer.
Runaway Twin by Peg Carrot. This book is about a girl named Sunny. She has been in many foster homes. One day, Sunny leaves her foster home to find her long-lost twin. Sunny figures out that since she used to live in Edinburgh, Washington, she might as well go there. So she walks all the way there, and on the way she hits a storm, finds a dog who named it Snickers, and finds a bag of money with about $1,000. Read this book and find out if Sonia will find her long-lost twin, return back, and return home. I rate this book 5 stars because it is so descriptive, it wants to make you keep reading. This book gives you many, many mysteries, and it has such great, jaw-dropping, eyes-widening parts. That is why I rate this book 5 stars. I recommend this book because it is so descriptive, and it will make your jaws drop. It will give you mysteries to figure out. This book makes you wonder and wants to keep reading. That is why I recommend you to read this book. This recommendation brought to you by Lola Avery.
I am reading Bad Kitty Gets a Bath by Nick Burrell.
Bad Kitty's owner is trying to get Kitty to get a bath, but she keeps hiding around the house. This book gives you tips and steps how to get and give your cat a bath. Bad Kitty doesn't think it's fair that she has to take a bath and not Puppy. Does Kitty get in the bath or not? Find out when Bad Kitty gets a bath. I would recommend this book to anyone who likes comedy because Kitty likes to play tricks. I would also recommend this to people who has a cat because it gives a lot of facts about cats from Uncle Murray. I give this book 5 stars because it was funny and gives some facts. This was done by Kelsey Kwiatkowski.
Title of the book, The 3 Little Pigs by Jennifer Greenway and illustrated by Debbie Newman. The book is about 3 little pigs that leave their mom's house and build their own. One builds it out of bricks, another builds it out of sticks, one builds it out of hay. The big bad wolf is the one that blows their house down, except for the one made out of bricks. Because I like this book is because it has a lot of details. It's very specific, uses everything that I like in a book, and it's easy to read to small children. I'll give this book 5 stars because it has a lot of details in it. This book is by Jasmine Booker. I read The Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan. In The Sea of Monsters, Camp Half-Blood has the tree of the border, the magical border, has been poisoned. It's up to Percy Jackson, Annabeth Chase, and Tyson the Cyclops to get it done in more than a week. If they do well, then they can do it. Then they can, and then the border will be good. If they don't, the tree will be poisoned forever so monsters can get in whenever they want to. On the island where Percy's friend Grover is, there's a golden fleece which can heal any land. But they'll have to boat over the Sea of Monsters to get there. If they can, the island will be healed. If they can't, then all the monsters will. Find out if Percy Jackson just wants to get his friend or just steal the fleece. Find out what he will want to do in the Sea of Monsters. I recommend this book for you because there's a lot of adventure and surprising stuff in it. You can always just find, like everywhere in the book, there's going to be something surprising. And you really can't find many other books that have that kind of surprising stuff. I rate this book 4.5 stars because, well, I really do like this book, but I took away the half star because I would like there to be a little more monsters added. There's only about like 5 monsters, but that book was very good because of all the adventure that I already told you about. Like when Percy killed a Cyclops and got the fleece.
Good?
This book recommendation was brought to you by Sam Parker. Read the book.
This is Misfortune by Brandy Dougherty. The characters are Zoe, Mia, and a necklace Zoe gets. The summary is, when Zoe gets her fortune read at the carnival, she expects nothing to happen until she gets a necklace from the fortune teller. Bad things start to happen. Like Zoe's bike spins out of control, a fire starts in the oven when it isn't even on, and Zoe begins getting threatening texts. Before something terrible happens, can Mia and Zoe break the curse of the necklace? Find out in Misfortune. I recommend this book because it is suspending and leaves mystery. This book recommendation is brought to you by Elena Phillips.
The book that I'm going to recommend is Scary Stories, More Tales to Chill Your Bones by Alvin Schwartz. This book has many stories, but my favorite one was about a sick lady and her daughter who got to a hotel. The lady dies while the daughter is trying to find the medicine, and the hotel got rid of the lady, so they didn't look bad. I would rate this book 3.5 stars because the stories are good and not great or perfect. I would recommend the book Scary Stories, More Tales to Chill Your Bones because it has just the violent stories and scary to tell your friends. This was brought to you by Zachary Adamayo.
This is Rules by Cynthia Lord. This is a book about a 12-year-old girl named Catherine. She has a younger brother named David, and he has autism. Catherine has to make up rules to keep him under control. Then a girl moves in next door, and Catherine has to be friends with her neighbor and Jason, a kid from David's clinic. Jason has a wheelchair and uses a communication book without embarrassing herself. Find out more in Rules. I recommend this book because it teaches you a lesson about not making fun of kids with disabilities and also because it's very descriptive. I give this book a 5-star rating because I like the lesson that it teaches and how descriptive Cynthia Lord is when she's describing Catherine's drawings. This book recommendation was brought to you by Claire.
This is Becky's Gorgeous by Nick Rule. I give this book 4.5 stars because it is funny and there is a problem. The problem is Kitty is bad. It is hilarious. The reason why Kitty got sent to school is she is mean. Kitty tripped the baby. Hobie got sent to school because he was dreaming a lot. Kitty did not do good at school. Whenever the teacher talks to Kitty, Kitty goes and sticks out her tongue. Why does Kitty does not graduate, but the teacher does like Kitty. This book recommendation is by John.
I am Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Dirty World by Justin Lee. This is about a 7th grader named Greg. There is a date to the Valentine's dance, but everything didn't turn out his way. He has a wingman named Riley, and Riley made everything turn out wrong. Greg's uncle gives him some advice about the dance. Will it be the same? Find out. I rate this a 5-star book because it's funny and does a lot of things to get him in trouble. He regrets everything he does. He has a little brother named Manny. He also has an older brother named Roger. What will happen next? Find out. This book recommendation is brought to you by Nicole Smith.
The title of this book is called A Report Card, and the author is Andrew Clements. This book is about a kid who does not do very good at English, math, science, and lots of other things. He got D's and C's on his report card. That's all he got because he does not pay attention. You should read this book because it is a really good book. It is about a girl who messes around with her work and does not pay attention. So she gets bad grades because she does not focus.
I rate this book 5-star because it has lots of things that I like in a book, like report cards, grades, and crazy people, and much more. This iMovie was by Sierra.
This is The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. Percy Jackson gets kicked out of boarding school, and not for the first time. Percy gets sent to Camp Half-Blood, a camp for demigods like him. He gets sent on a quest with his 2 friends, Annabeth and Grover. He is the son of Poseidon. Him and Zeus are having a fight. Zeus thinks Percy stole Zeus's master bolt. Find out if Percy lives and how he is tricked. Read The Lightning Thief. I would recommend this book for anyone who likes action, adventure, and a touch of mystery in a book. That's why I recommend this book for you. I rate this book 5 stars because it has action, adventure, and a touch of mystery. Another reason is I did not want to put it down. That's why I rate this book 5 stars. This book recommendation brought to you by Caleb.
The title of this book is Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension by Ellie O'Ryan. This book was about Phineas and Ferb going through a portal into an evil dimension. Phineas and Ferb find out